let's think about how reliable predictions are. So we mentioned before that we don't really expect sports analysts to get it right all of the time, but it would be nice to put a number on that and think about what percentage of the time they get it wrong. So many of these types of misfortunes of the form a failure to meet expectations might just be due to the fact that expectations and predictions were inaccurate in the first place. Some of the covers hold up an athlete or team as the best in their sport, and then if this person has a loss or a drop in performance, then this is counted as a misfortune. Well, I think anyone who's tried to predict the winner of the NCAA basketball tournament in March has learned, probably through disappointment, how difficult it is to identify the best in any sport, or it leads you to question whether there is a best team or athlete in any particular sport. On browsing through brackets for the NCAA tournament or other tournaments and rankings, we find that sports analysts are not very accurate in their predictions either. So let's think about how we might come up with an assessment that says some athlete is the best in their sport, or if that's even possible. If we look at any particular sport, we'll find a number of statistics which measure the strengths for each player. So there are a variety of measures for a player's strength, and it's rare to see a player who's the leader for every possible statistic measuring performance. In fact, here we've looked at NBA statistics for basketball, and we see 6 different statistics with 6 different leaders. So we can't say any one of these players is the best. They're the best at different things. So they have a variety of strengths, but they also have weaknesses. So this idea of the best player or best team depends on what measure you use to decide who is the best. We also see lots of rankings in sports literature and on website. And some of these are derived from mathematical algorithms, and some are just an amalgamation of opinions of coaches and analysts. And below I've shown some from Massey's site, some rankings of college baseball teams. And you see the rankings on the left. And the first thing you might notice is that there's very little agreement on who is the best, who is the number one. So any particular team that holds the number one spot on any particular ranking, there are at least 5 other rankings that do not think that this team should be number one. So it shouldn't take us entirely by surprise if some of the teams or individuals held up as the best in Sports Illustrated don't live up to those expectations.